Do you know what hypocrisy really means? Listen close, because this right here is the type of thing people love to ignore. Let's break it down step by step, because once you see the definition, you're gonna realize just how wild this gets. Pay attention now. This ain't something you wanna miss.
Y'all applauded me when I disrespected Gilly the Kid, son. Y'all applauded me when I disrespected. All y'all applauded that. Loved and came to the shows, even the comedy club owners. Oh, we love him back while I make mockery of George Floyd. And he said, F his baby. Said, F Woody, baby. Oh, y'all laugh. That's why nobody really like white people. Nobody really like y'all. There's nowhere y'all can go in the world where people don't frown up at y'all. Ethnocentric. Learn the word. You ain't got no friends. The black boy have been your only friend in the last 50 years.
I told you before, we're the type of people that always claim to be so accepting, right? We try to welcome everybody in, even the ones who can't stand us. But here's the crazy part. While we're busy trying to embrace outsiders, we turn right around and start tearing each other down, swinging at our own like it's nothing.
I want to destroy you. Everybody is coming up against white people, and you know it. We've been your only friend in the last 50, 60 years. Genuinely been your friend. And you still mistreat us. Y'all time almost up. Russia don't like you. North Korea don't like you. Africa joining with China. China ruling you. You're bound to China. Israel punking you, treating you like Russia making you suck his. But you playing tough with us and you're losing your country.
I told you already, they're crumbling from the inside out. You can see it clear as day. They're folding in on themselves, and no matter how much they try, they just can't agree on anything. And guess what? That's not our issue. We're not the ones causing your mess. We've already carried y'all long enough. Now you got way bigger problems to deal with, way bigger fires to put out, and we're not about to keep being the blame.
China, you think I don't know how to play on white folk? Didn't I play on y'all to get here? Didn't y'all love me for now? Y'all think half I was saying I really believe? I've been playing on y'all. I'm ignorant when it comes to white people. Pass out my white friend. Smooth. I'm telling y'all, that's why I love Trump. Me and Trump is one of the same, because we can play on both sides of the field. Trump played Democrat, then came over here and played dumb Republican. So you got to be clever to play Democrat. You ain't got to be too smart to play Republican. You just got to remember history and know which side to play for. Dumb. So yeah, that Republican, Democrat, dumb, and them. You got to know how to play both sides. If you're stuck on one side, you're stupid. That's what makes Trump so clever. He knows how to play on both sides. That's why I salute the commander-in-chief. That's where I got my game from. I read his book. White boy can't beat me, and I done read Donald Trump's book, but I know how to play on both sides. I know how to play on the liberal and the conservative, and the independent too, nigga, because I know history. I can talk history, and I can talk law, I can talk politics, and I can talk world events. Tell you, listen, white people. Do y'all remember that they had the school shooting, the Uvalde, when all the Mexican babies got killed? I made fun of the Mexican babies. Y'all didn't cancel me. I made fun of a whole school of Mexican children getting killed. Uvalde, look it up. Y'all didn't have nothing to say to it. So who give a f about Charlie? I can't stand Charlie. And you know what I'm realizing? The youth don't like Charlie neither. That's why they killed him. Nope. Only the old folks like it, because that's the old way. The new day ain't the old way, so Charlie had to get out the way. The young people, this was a young people's call. They hate Charlie. You know who love me? The young people. Because of Aiden Ross, Neon, all the young streamers. You know who hate me? The old people. See the difference? The old people love Charlie. The young people didn't. They said, F Charlie.
So the older crowd is out here trying to pass hate down to the next generation, trying to drill it into their heads. But here's the twist. The new wave ain't buying into that. They grew up in a whole different world, raised in front of TVs that showed people coming together, different faces on the same screen, everybody mixing it up. That's the vibe they picked up, and that's what stuck with them.
Ask DJ Academics. I'm gonna do some 6ix9ine tonight. the young people will be listening. So, Charlie, old people, that's the old day, not the new day. I think somewhere in y'all Bible it says you can't put the old wineskin, or you can't put new wine in old wineskin. Charlie was old wineskin trying to be new wine. So the youth voted to kill him because he was picking on them. I pick on the adult bullies who mislead the kids. See the difference? So you're gonna get by a pack of wild tonight because I'm exercising free speech. No one can take it from me. And me and Charlie would be both supporters of this. Charlie said we need to bring back public execution, and guess what? Charlie got public executed. Charlie, you're almost like a Tupac. He's like a honky Tupac. That's what the he was. Charlie was a honky Tupac. Yeah, but Charlie would be in agreement with me being able to say whatever the I want to say. Cause I got a video of Charlie saying he can say whatever he wants. No matter he was talking about whatever. I can say whatever I want to. I'm an American, and I'm not a convicted felon. Who's gonna be mad at an American exercising his right to freedom of speech? And so you got the president and white people saying any American talk bad about Charlie, they're coming after us. So you mean to tell me they're gonna silence us by speaking against white people again? They're trying to take us back to those times where people would be punished for speaking against white people they love. Charlie, you got people saying Jesus. You're not punishing them for saying Jesus. So
Woo, now tell me this. How in the world can you punish somebody for saying forget Charlie, but then turn around and let folks talk reckless about Christ without a single consequence? What kind of logic is that? So you really trying to tell me you hold Charlie above Christ? Oh, come on now. That's beyond wild.
Daughters, little white, put my Charlie's wife mouth, and if I take it out of her mouth, her real good. And I got a big Charlie wife. Someone tag Charlie's wife for me. Or Candace Owens, one of them. I got a big by Charlie. And that's for you white boys that's mad about what I'm saying. Suck my Charlie fans can suck my Charlie supporters that's mourning for Charlie, suck give a about that white boy, and I can put on a white girl's mouth. She like that. I got a BBC. Who can beat me? And I like the government. Who can beat me? Nobody. And I'm white boy educated. And I'm white boy educated. From elementary school to law school. Pre-law student, Texas Wesleyan University. You better check the records, white folk. I'm white boy educated. Never been taught in a black school. I can't even remember having a black school teacher. I'm white boy educated. I've been going to school with white folks since the first grade. You think it's easy to play on the white boy that's into politics and history, especially if he in the race? It's easy to play on him with his ethnocentric ideologies and belief system. He's stuck on one side. And he think he right all the time. So it's easy to play on who think they right all the time. White people. It's easy to play. That's why everybody playing on the. And I just want to remind white people, your only friend in this entire universe on earth is your. Nobody else likes you.
Dang. He straight up said, you think you right all the time. And that hit deep because their pride got them blinded. Just like the Bible says, their pride has deceived them. Now they're walking around with their chests all puffed out, acting untouchable, thinking nobody can check them. That arrogance is written all over their faces.
Canadians, the Mexicans, nobody likes you. Even the English don't like you no more. And let me just tell you something, white America, your only ally are you don't have enough guns to win whatever race war you think you can win. Because while you mad at your China mad at y'all, how you think fentanyl getting into your country? How you think China have bought up almost, 60% of real estate in the United States of America next to government buildings and main structures and entities? China then came in and bought up almost, 80% of your beef and chicken, pork processing plants in your country. Everything is made in China. And President Trump is kissing China. China is putting lead in the toys. China poisoning y'all every which way. And then not only that, China is teaming up with all your enemies, helping Russia. And China said y'all better not with Russia. And China said they're going to take Taiwan from y'all. Why is Kirk focused on y'all who don't hurt nobody but? They're not even into these shit that's America up. And now Russia owns most of your beef processing plants too.
This was just posted not long ago, and I've been saying it from the jump. They're collapsing on each other right in front of our eyes. And yet, with all that going on, why are these folks so locked in on us black people? Why so much energy aimed our way? What makes us so special in their eyes? It's because deep down they know we've got a God who's going to fight for us, a power that moves beyond anything this world can touch. Those stories in the Bible that sound spooky to some, those are our stories, our roots, our power, and they've always known it. All that miraculous stuff that happens, that's not random. That's the same power running through us, the reason they keep watching, the reason they can't stop focusing on us. We're not out here harming them, not plotting against them, not doing nothing to tear them down. So why so obsessed? Because they know our history, they know our strength, they know our connection to something bigger than them. They know exactly what kind of God fights for us, and that's why their eyes stay fixed on us even when their own house is falling apart.
Been coming in here spying on y'all. Y'all was just hollering Russia was meddling into the elections. And Russia is defying everything President Trump said. Everybody got their weapons pointed at the United States of America. You don't have no more friends, America. You think Israel your friend? They over you too.
That's the name of the movie. I just remembered it. Y'all need to check out Apocalypto. It's in Spanish, but trust me, you gotta watch it. The way it shows what happened when the colonizers came is powerful. People running for their lives as outsiders tried to take over everything they had. And here's the wild part. The land itself started to fight for them. The ground, the forest, the elements. They weren't just running alone. The powers beyond this earth were moving on their behalf. That's exactly what makes us so unique. There are forces outside this earth that stand ready to fight for us too. They know it, even if we don't fully grasp it ourselves. They see the strength, the protection, the unseen hands that move when we're pushed to the edge. That's why we're not like everyone else. That's why they stay watching us, because deep down, they know something we're only just beginning to remember.
9/11 tax on you to bully your government. So what the is Kirk running around acting like the is the problem? The ain't affecting nobody but and the problem makes plenty of money for Wall Street. Isn't the prison industrial complex on the stock market? So what the is you complaining about your for? And they bring in so much money with all this free prison labor. Cause you're talking about Kirk. And white people, he ain't your problem. Don't even interact with white people no more. Call problem. Don't target white girls like we used to. When I was a kid, we target y'all. I went to jail for killing a white man. We used to target white people before gangbanging showed up. And you have allowed 99.
The weapons we carry in our fight aren't carnal at all. They're not built from anything on this earth. We don't swing around these weak earthly weapons everybody else relies on. Our weapons are spiritual, powerful, and way beyond this small, petty world. That's exactly why you can't box us in, why you can't treat us like we're just another problem to solve. We're not even moving on that level. We're not your problem now, and we were never your problem to begin with. Our fight runs on a whole different frequency.
Tongues into America, and all of them don't go with your laws and your customs and your culture. When you close on Christmas, them Chinese, them Arab, them Palestinian stores be open. And I just want to say this, white America, if y'all feel so f***ed up about Charlie Kirk dying in front of his family, how can y'all still turn your ear and your nose away from Israel and they blowing up hospitals with children in it? And we seeing that on TV. We seeing the agony of the Palestinians in Gaza, and now this one white man gets. What about all them people over there? So don't come with us with that white privilege, sympathy y'all got, and y'all ain't got no white guilt about nothing, never. I remember Mike Brown died. I remember white people made mockery of Eric Brown, the big fat guy that couldn't breathe. Y'all made jokes about that, and that man died in front of his kids. Y'all made jokes about that. Y'all made jokes about Trayvon Martin. Y'all made jokes about Eddie Gray, or the kid in Baltimore. What the f*** are y'all got a short-term memory span, white people. I lose everything to keep speaking against y'all. I lose everything to show the hypocrisy of you white. Give a f*** about Kirk. When y'all dismiss gangbanger, he was just a f***ing gangbanger. Or he was just a f***ing fentanyl addict. Well, Kirk was a f***ing racist, hateful. And the kids said he hated him. The kids saw him as racist hate. You can't deny what the killer saw to definitely make him go kill him. How you can't dismiss his feelings. This is a kid. This is a 22-year-old kid. And you guys want to make him a liberal? No, he's not a liberal. He was sick of that shit. His conservative parents was trying to preach to him that he reject. Just like the 60s children rejected their parents' racist. Hey, white people, your children are rejected that shit. They like NBA Youngboy. They like Stephen Curry. They like Uncle Charleston. They like Kai Cenat. They like ISO Speed. So they don't want to hear that racist that Kirk was trying to spew at the college level down, trying to indoctrinate. See, rejected that. And you know what's sad about all this? To watch all you supposed to be politicians and lead. I thought this was a Christian country. I thought this was a God-founded Christian country. But white people are the most unforgiving race of people I have ever seen. Y'all are unforgiving. I thought Christ love was about forgiving. But you want people to forget, so they can't even get a chance to forgive. Why take down all of civil rights history, all of slavery history?
Because being part of Christianity is not the same as actually being a Christian. Christianity became a system where they stole our records, took the books, took the Bibles, and wrote themselves into the pages. That's straight up called whitewashing. Y'all remember the Charles Hessler movie, The 10 Commandments? They fooled everybody. They played the world, then spent millions, trillions even, printing and spreading that image of a white Jesus. And while doing it, they snatched our position, the position of the real chosen people, and put themselves in that spot instead.
As if you guys have no blemish on no blood on your hands. Some of those people are still alive. And you're gonna remove their history. Tyler heard hate. Yeah, you heard white love and white supremacists and white, now that child, he's a kid, he's a baby with an undeveloped brain. And y'all wanna give him death. I believe the United States Supreme Court says that you cannot give death to anybody who don't have a fully developed brain. Remember, George Floyd died in front of his daughter. You remember George Floyd stood on his sister's neck, and George Floyd, his daughter have a white mother. But George Floyd's daughter stood on her neck, and I think CNN or somebody, and she said, "My daddy changed the world." She saw her dad die. Tupac said, "When I grow up, I get my weight up with my hate. I pay them back when I'm bigger." White children are paying their hateful parents back, and their hateful parent. And Kirk was trying to push hate off on white children. He was trying to reignite not the love of your neighbor, not the love of your brother. He was trying to separate and divide based on negative, false, screwed stats. Because it was screwed. He wasn't telling the truth. It's almost like these children are being used for political toys and narratives. The words of Kirk be so powerful that 1 million people in the UK unite together under his name. How can his words be so powerful where even our government comes out and say, hey, if anybody speaks to them, he will be punished? They're that moved by Kirk's words because Kirk haven't done anything in our society to be moved by. He's just been talking. When I hear Kirk, I hear hate. When I hear Kirk, I hear hate. And he and I say some things that's similar but there's no hate in my heart. I'm not talking to white people about white stuff. So why is Kurt talking to black people about black issues if black issues are the problem in America? Fentanyl is killing white children, not black people. Black people didn't bring fentanyl in. Black people don't sit the guns in our communities. So I hear hate when I hear him. So does that kid who killed him. He heard hate. So does a lot of other people who heard hate. That kid acted on what he heard. And he believed Kirk is a threat to their future. I believe it too, but I don't believe he should be killed. Don't wish death upon nobody. But you can't take my right away. And even Kirk agreed with that. You have a right to how you feel. But how you feel don't make you right. So how you feel. That go to the president too. Well, how you feel. I've watched y'all and study y'all. And as a conservative, y'all say some of the most hateful things during police times of shootings. We watched a lady by the name of, was it Sonia Macy, get executed in her home, screaming, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Not one Christian white person surrounded any support or any rage around a woman who was killed in her home with hot water. And not only that, we heard the cop make mockery of her death. Y'all still supported that. So don't pick and choose with me. When I pack fire with everybody, ain't nobody been off limits on my platform. I've attacked every race, every religion, every mother. Ain't nobody been safe. So what makes you think white people were safe?
Yo, let me make this clear. This is exactly why I preach what I preach. You gotta be mature enough to separate the message from the messenger. A lot of people never saw what he was really doing behind the scenes. They only focused on the nonsense he was saying out loud, but behind closed doors, he was helping kids, going into cities to speak up, pulling up at schools, trying to give back. That part never got attention. People only tuned in for the drama, and that's the wild part. The positive work got ignored while the chaos got all the spotlight. But let me encourage you, don't be out here starting fights with nobody. The Bible tells us plain and simple, if possible, be at peace with all men. Love your people, don't tear down your own, and then go show love to others. For too many years, we flipped that around, and that's part of the reason our people been stuck at the bottom. But times are shifting now. Now y'all let me know what you think in the comments. Drop your thoughts, hit that like button, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more. Big Cash signing out.